The Los Angeles Lakers are done with the offseason, according to Dan Woik of The Athletic. I don't think another move is coming for the Lakers before the season starts, and really, it's just a simple cost-benefit analysis of making one, Woik wrote on his August 13th mailbag. The Lakers are hard-capped at first apron following the Marcus Smart signing, a move in which they needed to waive Jordan Goodwin and Shake Milton to gain access to their $5.1 million biannual exception. They only have $1.1 million in cap space available. As it currently stands, the Lakers only have one first-round pick, 2031 or 2032, and their 2032 second-round pick available to trade, and over $100 million expiring salaries, if you include LeBron James, who opted into his $52.6 million player option. To create a roster spot to sign a remaining free agent, you're spending at least 1 second and losing a veteran who you believe to some degree can help, or who can make as big of a difference compared to whatever player is still uncommitted here in August. As far as trades go, while talks could pick back up as training camp gets closer, I believe it's way more likely that the Lakers would rather look at the roster that they've built, assess the strengths and weaknesses, and try to improve during the season than use any of their limited draft arsenal to get a deal done now, Woik wrote. The Lakers did great with the limited budget they had heading into this offseason. It only cost them $19 million and a change to add Smart, DeAndre Ayton, and Jake LaRavia without dipping into their already shallow draft capital. Lakers' biggest concern. The Lakers have filled up their gaping hole in the middle with the bargain signing of Ayton to a 2-year $16 million deal after he agreed to a buyout with the Portland Trail Blazers. But despite the big man's addition, the Lakers still have the center position as their biggest concern entering next season. Nothing the Lakers do is under the radar, so this potential pitfall might seem more obvious than the other contenders' concerns, Dave McMenamin wrote on ESPN about the Lakers' biggest concerns. But until proved otherwise, LA is soft in the middle. Behind Ayton, the Lakers only have Jackson Hayes and Maxi Kleber. The Lakers could only be just one Ayton injury away from reverting to the team that flamed out in the first round of the playoffs last season. Luka reunited with close ex-Mavs staffer. The Lakers continue catering to their new face of the franchise. They rounded up their offseason additions with Doncic's friend from the Dallas Mavericks. According to NBA insider Mark Stein, the Lakers hired strength and conditioning coach Jeremy Holsapple, who worked closely with Doncic in Dallas. The Lakers are hiring Jeremy Holsapple as their new head strength and conditioning coach, Stein wrote on X. As Dallas Athletic Performance Director, Holsapple was named as the NBA's top strength and conditioning coach in March 2021. Doncic underwent a stunning body transformation this offseason following the hurtful criticisms about his poor conditioning and lifestyle habits when the Mavericks shockingly traded him. According to Slovenian Pop TV, Doncic lost 31 pounds since the Lakers season ended at the end of April. Doncic has shed an average of over 10 pounds per month. In a magazine cover interview for Men's Health, Doncic revealed that he's doing 16 hours of intermittent fasting 6 days a week since the season ended. As part of his new diet, Doncic consumes only a gluten-free, low-sugar diet, including at least 250 grams of protein and 1 almond milk-fueled shake a day. Doncic has also incorporated plant-based foods into his new diet. He took a month off from playing basketball, which he admitted was hard at first, to give his mind and body the much-needed time to recover. The Los Angeles Lakers entered the 2024-25 NBA season having made no changes to their roster from the year prior, despite being bounced in the first round by the Denver Nuggets the year before that. That meant D'Angelo Russell would take his place, once again, as the team's starting point guard. Russell had been on the trade block nearly his entire second stint in LA, as there was a large enough body of evidence that he had reached his ceiling with the team. However, the 2023-24 season saw him post the best shooting numbers of his career during the regular season, making LA want another chance with the guard they originally drafted number 2 overall. Immediately, it became clear that he was not going to be a fit with J.J. Redick's version of the Lakers. Russell was removed from the starting lineup very early on, being asked to embrace a new sixth-man role. His numbers were down across the board from 2023 to 24, and Redick started him in just 10 out of 29 games to begin the season. It was the first time since his rookie season that he came off the bench in more than 16 games total. So it was of little surprise that the Lakers ultimately traded Russell to the Brooklyn Nets, along with Maxwell Lewis and 3 second-round picks, in exchange for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. Finney-Smith was the difference maker in the trade, immediately turning around LA's defense while shooting efficiently from three. It ended Russell's second stint with the Lakers in the same exact way his first one ended, with a trade to the Nets. 2024-25 highlight. Russell's best game of the season for the Lakers came in a home battle against the Portland Trail Blazers on December 8, 2024. With LeBron James and Austin Reeves out of the Lakers lineup, Redick leaned heavily on Russell, who came through with 28 points, 14 assists, and 5 rebounds in 34 minutes off the bench. His 28 points tied a season high, and his 14 assists were a season high. 2025-26 outlook. After spending the rest of the season with the Nets, Russell became an unrestricted free agent. He wasn't one for long, as the Dallas Mavericks chose him as their perfect stopgap replacement for the injured Kyrie Irving. He signed a 2-year deal at the taxpayer mid-level exception to join Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, and Irving. He is expected to start in Dallas until Irving is healthy before eventually transitioning to the bench. Los Angeles Lakers homegrown star Austin Reeves will be looking to cash in next summer after he declined the Lakers' 4-year, $89.2 million offer earlier this offseason. According to NBC Sports' Kurt Helin, Reeves wants to be paid in the Tyler HERRO range of $30 million a year, and HERRO is a good comp in a lot of ways. HERRO, the 13th overall pick in 2019, signed a rookie-scale extension worth $130 million over 4 years in 2022. He has since blossomed into an all-star as the Miami Heat's leading scorer and playmaker last season. 2 years older than HERRO, Reeves could have been that leading scorer, playmaker type of player on a bad-to-fringe play-in team. Last season, Reeves was the clear-cut third-best player on the Lakers roster behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who was later swapped for Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves vows to be better in contract year. Reeves' role for next season remains the same, with James, also on a contract year, still playing at an all-NBA level, and with Doncic projected to be an MVP candidate with his much ballyhooed slimmed-down body. If Reeves shows this season that he can be a high-level scorer next to Luka Doncic and can step up his game in the playoffs, the Lakers gladly will pay that much to keep him, and Reeves will want to stay. However, if he struggles again in the playoffs, the Lakers, who will have a lot of cap space, may question whether that is the best way to spend their money, Helin wrote. Reeves averaged 16.2 points on 41.1% overall shooting and 31.9% from the three-point arc, 3.6 assists against 2.8 turnovers in their 5-game loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. It was a big letdown from Reeves, who averaged a career-best 20.2 points on 46% overall shooting and 37.7% from the three-point line, for 0.8 assists against 2.2 turnovers in the regular season. Reeves vows to be better for the Lakers next season. Asked about his plans on how to better complement the Lakers' star duo, Reeves had a straightforward answer. "Just play better," Reeves told reporters after their playoff exit. "I feel like I'm talented enough to do that, as I feel like I've proved over and over again throughout my whole life. There are millions of people who would have never known me if I were never in this position because, quite frankly, nobody thought I was ever going to be in this position. So I've continued to prove myself over and over again, and I'm going to go to work and do the same thing next year. That's really it." Laker for life? Reeves will be eligible for 25% of the Lakers or any team's salary cap in the 2026-27 season if he opts out of the final year of his contract and becomes an unrestricted free agent after next season. By ESPN's front office insider Bobby Marks' calculation, Reeves' first-year starting salary and a max contract next offseason would be a staggering $42.5 million, more than HERRO's annual salary. Will the Lakers offer the full maximum? That's the biggest question that awaits an answer next summer. Nevertheless, both sides are motivated to get a deal done next summer, according to ESPN's Dave McMenamin. Reeves, who will earn just $13.9 million next season, has been clear about his desire to remain a Laker for life. "I love the fans. I love the weather, love the golf. And obviously, the Lakers are the best organization in basketball, Reeves said at his June youth camp. I don't pay attention to the trade rumors. I keep my head down, work, and I feel like that's one of the reasons I'm where I'm at.